Hello everyone, Duke here with part 20 of this Austria campaign, Napoleon Total War, and we are carrying on at a crucial juncture in the invasion of France itself. We have had a minor setback, or major setback, with Archduke Charles surviving an assassination attempt and having to make his way back, bless him, all the way to his army. I've decided that that is not the biggest setback in the world anymore, because I believe that we have to keep an army back here in Strasbourg to defend that region. Because I think it is likely to come under some kind of French counterattack. It's very strategically important to them. It's a good town. It's got a tax building and a military infantry building. So I don't think they'll give that up lightly. So as long as we've got an army on this bridge, I doubt they're going to take it back. I think that should be quite defendable. I deliberated last time over whether or not to occupy Reims. I think my decision now is we occupy it, but not this turn. I'll tell you why. Because I've got some fighting I'd like to do with these guys to take out this army under de Moncey and possibly Sanxay. I don't think I'll certainly take out Moncey and try and get back. If I don't think we'll have the movement to then deal with this army here and move back. I think we need to keep centralised here. But if we don't try and knock out one army here, there's a potential for them to overwhelm us with one army, near enough, two, and then between these guys, three. So I think we need to defeat them in detail. And then, if we survive that, I think we can move in on Reims. But if we move in on Reims, take this town with this army here under Osterreich, and we have one army outside, well, all that they have to do is surround that army with one army, that city with one army, move in with another one to attack the other with overwhelming odds, and then that guy gets taken out in detail, and then this guy has no chance. We have found ourselves in a sticky situation. I underestimated how many reserves the French could bring, although I think most of it at this point will likely be militia, but we can't disregard how annoying they will be because it's still the French. So we're not in an impossible situation by any stretch of the imagination. Once Colmac's army recovers, which will take about 4 turns, I reckon, then we'll be freed out. I think the priority, take out de Moncey and then Reims, get a turn of recovery, get a turn of replenishment perhaps there. I think we're going to take Paris. We're going to have to take Reims and Paris. There's no way we're just marching on to Reims while ignoring these. And Paris will be rebellious, no doubt about that. Not much we can do. Fine. It is what it is. We'll hang on to that for as long as we can. Take Reims, convert it, gift it, liberate it, gift Paris and Reims to them, and that should be France, all but brought under heel. I'm also deliberating on whether or not to raise another stack, but the only thing is, if we raise another stack here with cannons and everything, with Bavaria still not subjugated by Prussia, it's a long march to get it here, so it'll be a waste of money. That will not bring any immediate effects. It will take too long to bring them over here. I think we kind of had to make do with what we have here. This is kind of the other downside of fighting as Austria, and certainly if you were playing as Russia. Once you get over here, if you've not been playing the World Conquest game like you normally would do, I think, if you weren't playing very hard, your reinforcements are a long way away. That's a dream as playing as Britain. If you play as Britain, you move in here, take Reims, liberate that, and then just take little bites out of France and give them to Reims if you want to go that strategy. We, as Austria, do not have that luxury and must plough on regardless. So, Ferdinand, you're going to take on de Moncey's army here. Let's speed up a bit there. Yeah, and also as well, we get to take out a few more cannons and a good general. We're tied. I don't know what a tie means in deployment. Quite a few militia. We like to see that. Only one chasseurs unit, a few 12-pounders. We're good to take these out. I can't remember I don't think Marseille has an ordnance factory, so the more that we take out on the perimeter here... Ooh, Battle of Choice Farmland, that's a cool name. The more cannons that we take out here, the less they'll have in the future. And I like taking out cannons, and I like depriving them of their cannons because it means that if we have them, which we do, they are obligated to come on the offensive more. So that's why I like to take out their cannons. It does mean, of course, to get replaced with infantry, which makes for, in many ways, just as tough a battle. But in this game, when playing against the AI with, the morale and everything bonuses it has, prefer to fight defensively. Not in general in Total War. In general in Total War, I actually quite like to fight aggressively, but in this game, it's a lot simpler to fight more defensively. Right. Interesting aside, the Duke of Wellington, this channel's namesake, he's known as a defensive general. So, you know, I guess it seems in a way parallels could be drawn, but he wasn't really a defensive general. At Waterloo, he certainly was, because he had to hang on for dear life while waiting on the agreement that Blucher was going to turn up. But in the Peninsular War, he was a very aggressive general, extremely aggressive. Like Salamanca was a brave attack. And the Battle of Assaye in India was also a bold attack. I think it was just he had to be more conservative with his men, because the British Army was the only major power not to have a conscripted army, so he couldn't just throw away lives quite as callously as the other major powers could. But yeah, just an interesting aside, actually. It's one of those little myths. I say myths, I mean, it's not like a famous myth, is it? But Wellington wasn't very much of a defensive general. He'd attack if he knew that, you know, someone had overextended or there was an opportunity. But at Waterloo, for example, he had no business attacking, and he didn't. He knew that because he was outnumbered by Napoleon, and he knew they had a great defensive position, and decided, because he had a guarantee from Blucher that he'd turn up.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
He had a guarantee from Blucher that he'd turn up. You know, all credit to Blucher. I mean, we as the Brits owe Blucher a huge debt for honouring his word, because a lot of the Prussian generals did not trust us to hold our ground and honour our promise. But Blucher did, and that is we have to thank Blucher in a lot of ways for Waterloo, because we only gave battle because Blucher said, "No, I'll come support if you stand against France. I'll come support you." And that's why Wellington gave battle, because he knew that he couldn't hold the French on his own. And a lot of the generals wanted to withdraw, but Blucher knew that the only way to take Napoleon down was with an alliance, and he was right. I think that's and Wellington knew that too. That's why he was like, "Please, Blucher, you got to have to. If I will fight, but you'll have to turn up too." Anyway, that's an aside. I don't know why I got into that. I guess this game just brings out the Napoleon nerd in me. I absolutely love this game. I haven't done much reading on it in a long, long time, actually. When I was a kid and teenager, I used to devour content on this war, because this game got me well into it. I do less now, but it's such a fascinating. If you ask me, in a lot of ways, this war, the Napoleon Wars, if you ask me, this was actually the First World War, when you think about it. When you look at a map of the belligerents and the empire and the holdings that they had, it actually kind of was the First World War. It's not. I don't go around edgelordingly calling World War I, World War III, or anything. But in many ways, this was the First World War, because, you know, there was combat all over the world. You know, in the colonies and at sea. You know, all around the world. You know, off the coast of Africa and India and all that. But anyway, we've got a task, and that is to defeat the French here. They've got quite a few guns at the ready. We've depleted most of their general, which is fantastic. I think we might try and concentrate on this Cheval unit. Try and take that out. Right. I thought I deployed mostly flat ground, but it turns out there's a bit of a slope here. So I wonder if the others... Yeah, the others can just reach. Maybe they have a bit more of a vantage point over Chasseur de Cheval. Yeah, it's annoying. I think because they've got artillery and a good amount of infantry, they are quite wisely not coming towards us. Don't blame them for that. I think that's a sensible move. It's going to be a bit tricky knocking them off their perch. I feel like we have a good chance of, especially because these are militia, these can't form squares. If we send a 1 cavalry unit and hit these guys from the side and then run off again, we'll take a few losses on this unit, but it provides one more cannon unit. Oh, we seem to be firing over their heads. I'm going to stop that. Fire at will. Let them choose whoever they can see directly to shoot on. Maybe this cannon. Yeah, sorry, we're going for this cannon. I think they can both see that. Somewhere in this mess is the Marshal de Moncey. Is that him? No. I've got to give credit to the French in this war. They had some very good looking uniforms. Not just their staffs and their cavalry, but even their just regular line infantry looks really good. Certainly better than the Austrians. My goodness, we look. I don't like our colour scheme. We're just all white. Like it's just we look like we're in our pajamas half the time. Right, okay, here we are. I think after that, the best looking are the British. And probably the Prussians. Prussian black's pretty cool. And then Russian olive green. And then Austrian white or gold. Okay, this sort of triggered them into some kind of attack. I'm not upset about that at all. That's great. Let's take out this cannon because they've just unlimited too, so this is well timed. They've turned around to fire. If we can take this out really, really quickly. They're sending in their cavalry. Can't be two places at once here. We're going to have to be. Let's see. Where are they going? Right, canister in that direction, please. And a barrage.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Right, where's our cavalry over here? Good, good one. Right, now pull back. I don't need you to do any more over here, so just run away. Oh, they're going to reach us, aren't they? Yeah. They had one unit of cavalry and they used it to perfection. Just charge right in, suicide charge. Use what you have, take out the cannons. That is very frustrating. And brilliantly done, I must say. Brilliantly done. If you've only got one cavalry unit, just send it on a suicide mission, take out two cannons. Why not? There's not much else it can do. Okay, looks like we managed to take out that artillery unit with our artillery. That's good. Right, the good news is I think we've managed to defeat this unit and we have enough cannon crew to man the cannons no problem. Excellent. Right, so crush them now, make sure they really are dead. We're coming under cannon fire now. Right, you guys, oh, no, not you. You guys form up here. You guys come back. And you guys jump on your cannons again. Who's guarding this? The general. Okay, we can deal with that. Right, you guys. No, just one unit actually. Chevalier. Yeah, you go deal with the cannon. Right, deal with this first then. Okay, you guys fire this blob in the middle there.
Cavalry!
I really like in this game. Wow, they're taking hits on. That the nations have their own voice acting for like different nations. So you know the French, you can hear them, and then you've got ours in German. Prussia will be German as well. Russia's in Russian. The British are in like really posh English, which is I quite like it. Oh yes, they all went over our heads. Excellent.
Monsieur!
I think we destroyed all the cannons for this unit with our own artillery, which is great. I'm going to pursue this unit to make sure it's actually dead, because part of the reason we're doing this is to actually deprive them of cannons. Yeah, I think that'll do it. I'll get back. Alright, now it's their move now. Do they want to just sit and get bombarded by our artillery? If so, I'm a patient guy. I'll gladly play that game.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Yeah, this terrain is just slightly too hilly for our artillery to get loads of good hits, but We are getting a lot of kills nonetheless on them. I don't know if the fact that a cannon unit survives despite having no cannons on it makes them think they have artillery and therefore are not committing to an attack. Not too sure. I don't know the mechanics of this game inside and out, much as I love it. I only know those mechanics on a superficial level. Yes, I think they are committing. Oh, look, they're mounted a cannon. Okay, so there was one left. Let's try and break it. It's not even doing anything. But that's good. They're still committing to an attack. I guess having their one cannon to R16 has given them the collie wobbles. So let's see. Okay, I think they're slowly getting in canister range. Slowly. Let's spread this one out a bit. They're mostly militia army, so I think the hard part in a way is done. Might send our light cavalry unit to go take out this cannon. So I'm going to need these guys to do canister soon-ish. And I do want to take out all their cannons. Because it takes 3 turns to recruit a cannon unit. So if you imagine right now they're not recruiting any, and I don't think Marseille can do any, they're a minimum 3 turns away from getting any new cannons. And every cannon they make means that they can't recruit a new infantry unit in their now ever more valuable recruitment slots. So it is worth trying to almost force them to recruit more cannons in their troop producing areas, because it means that they're not making more infantry and stuff. So don't you guys start. Good, I thought they were going to charge our cannons. I thought, God, give me a break. Got another militia unit here. They shouldn't last too long either. Yeah, let's cut some vast swathes in them. That's it. Nice. Oh. Yes! That's really shattered them there off. That's good to hear. Right, you guys, I think you can turn to canister now as well. You've got line, so you've got bigger problems. Yeah, let's turn on a barrage. Cavalry ready, should we need it? Get these guys over here. Right, run these guys down. Yeah, still made it. Well done. So annoying when they make it. They always last just long enough to reach the cannons. Just as they reach the cannons, they flee. But they always have enough morale to make it. See? Look at that. It's a conspiracy, dudes, I'm telling you. Let's just charge these guys large for your numbers. Right, are we... Yeah, we're running down these guys. Good. Right, you guys can join in the... melee over here. Why are you... I told you to join the melee, come on. You guys too. And if you could not fire at will, because I know what you're doing. Jeez, that unit is really stubbornly hanging on for life. Cannons... You guys can stop. To clarify again, in this game when you're playing on very hard, a typical for the French on very hard difficulty, very hard that is, French line unit, like the Fusiliers line, they have comparable stats in melee and not necessarily attack stuff, but certainly morale and like to probably the most, especially if they're under Napoleon, like the foot guards or the Colchian guards or anything like that. The most elite unit of any other roster might not even match the typical morale of a typical French unit. I mean, we've done it already. Unfortunately, we've destroyed them, and I don't think we're going to see them now. But if we're fighting the old guard under Napoleon, which we did at the Battle of Berlin, like they won't quit. They'll fight till they're like 40 men left. Which is part of the difficulty, obviously. Right, let's try and take out as many of these guys as we can. Taking out the Marshal, I think, has been a big help in hopefully reducing the amount of survivors of this battle. But again, I'm not sure if that's an actual mechanic, but it feels like it in my head. You know, I feel like I've done battles in this game where if you take out the general, it means they have less survivors. Yeah, so I'm actually going to run people down here because I think I would like to take out as many men off the board as possible now that we're actually into the heartland of the Emperor himself. So I reckon get this unit down below 10% and I will be happy enough to march on. Whoa, this guy took... Oh, he looks like he's taking a beating, but he was already quite small, so that's okay. Okay, I think we can call this done. Yeah, it wasn't close. We took a few casualties, but there's nothing we can do about that fighting their French on very hard. 10% casualties, more or less, to their near enough total annihilation. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm not upset. Look, there's no way we can then march on this army and then come back here to support Johann. So I'm going to pull back now and wait one more turn. They're not doing any recruitment here, which is good. And these guys are only recruiting militia, which is also good. We have got a new general here. He actually can't reach the bridge, so he's not going to be a threat this time. We could move him up. Yeah, why not? Let's move him up to his army, put pressure on it. Not going to attack it, but he also cannot now march through us. So, and if he does, we'll easily catch up. This army moves there. Oh, we had this army, but he did a comeback, putting a real shift, defeating Napoleon, and I can't remember the other guy's name, the other marshal that we fought. But he's putting a shift, so we can't be too mad that he needs to recover for a while. Vienna continues to build. We're building the technology to get this building, because I'm hoping that this building will finally put an end to our repression problems. We haven't got problems so much as... I'm not 120. Let's hope it doesn't go that long. You know, it's not like everyone's red, but having them on yellow does mean that upgrading our industry buildings is still a bit risky. We want to do that. What's our navy doing? Yep, okay, we've moved the navy. Home, that's good. Little Neapolitan navy there. I would like a really epic naval battle, but this isn't probably the campaign to do it in. Go in a little brig or a sloop. See, if I was a captain in this time, I'd want command of a small frigate like this, like a 6th rate, maybe a 4th rate, or 4th, 5th, or 6th, preferably 6th, I think. I reckon that would have been the best kind of ship to command. Because if you're part of a massive ship, like a 108 gun ship, you're probably just going to be part of some blockade for most of the war. Whereas if you're in a small frigate, you're going to be sent all over the world, like attacking traders and intercepting other frigates and all sorts of cool actions. So. Right, then I'm going to nearly build this, which is in a way good, because if we take it and then give it to Reims, that's going to give them all sorts of good troops. Brussels is getting quite tough as well. We like that. I don't think there's much more to do this turn. We're going to make quite a bit of money this turn. Let's just hope Russia plays it cool. Right, the good thing is all these French units coming in here are very likely to be militia. Yeah, them too. So they're throwing everything at Paris now. I don't blame them. Makes sense. Ah, opportunity intercept. I don't think we can turn this down. This is a gift. So, just in case we have a crash. But I think taking out this unit or army is helpful. Takes out another cannon and a bunch of actual line infantry units. So let's do it. think that's what our attack from the east just did. It put pressure on them to move north because they couldn't move east anymore, which they probably would have liked to have done. Another big old hill right in the centre. I don't know. I'll tell you what. Let's put some men on. This is quite a good slope. And then we'll put the rest about...
Yes, sir.
Oh, not them. These two.
Sir.
Have I done it again?
Sofort.
There we go. Because they're going to have to. They're going to have to come on towards us, I think. So if we can. It's still not great terrain. That's actually quite good terrain. Because if they come over that hill, they'll make themselves a very easy target for us.
Yes, sir.
So I'll put them here. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Right, I think I've got quite a big gap in the middle here. Let's put about 3 units in the middle. About 4 on this flank. Oh, no, right, that's the edge. And then we'll put another 4 on this side. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. That acted a bit strange then. Right, now we're going to start the battle and we're immediately going to stretch these guys out just to get a bit. There we go. Right, this is good. They're coming on in the same old style. In the same old style. So, I'd like to see this. They have one cannon. I think a 6-pounder right over here. Yeah, which, yeah, can't see us. It's flying way overhead. We don't have to worry about it. These guys aren't too far from canister range. I think a little further and we'll be good to go. Yeah, I think we can start trying. These guys I might swing around like this. Do a barrage.
Glorious
We've got 3
victory,
charges.
sir, is soon to be yours.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yes, sir.
That advisor keeps saying that, I think prematurely. We have then gone on to win all those battles, but
Artillery.
when you're fighting the French, just because you outnumber them doesn't mean that you're not in for a really tough scrap. Right, we're going to have to turn back to round shot. These guys are going out of range. Got these guys surrounded, which is excellent. They're firing.
Linieninfanterie bereit.
Whilst marching, which is frustrating. Might send our dinky cavalry unit here to go take out those artillery around the back. I don't think they got any artillery. Cavalry there. No, they had the Chevu. Yeah, okay. What are they up to now? They're putting back. I think these guys are more or less in canister range. That's tantalising, isn't it? Look how close they are. It's funny, that will mean no kills. This will mean a lot of kills. Let's hope it times up just right. Yeah, just about. Not as many as I'd like, but close enough. This unit's taking a lot of shots. Good. Took out 100 of our men there. It's a shame. Yeah. Right. Oh, this unit now. Lovely, lovely.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Ooh, I think we took out the flag bearer there. Aha, you got no flag now. Might turn on this unit now. We've got cavalry in reserve, yeah. These guys, yeah, we keep running around. I've used my barrage, so we just got to wait now. Use it again. In the meantime, let's get ready to fire this unit.
Yes, sir.
Guys, got 8 cavalry. Bang. Bang. Yes. Oh, that is devastating. I think we've just taken out best of 100 men there.
Yes, sir.
More. More.
Batterie zu Befehl.
There we go. Let's just say I would be returning if I was this unit. I'd be packing my things, resigning my commission, and taking up a job as a shoe fixer. So I think that's those guys sent off as well. So let's put it back. What I might do, try and trigger that unit to attack us with a round shot. You score a few hits, all the better. Right, turn on these guys now. Got another unit coming.
Yes, sir.
I think I've got a barrage coming up soon. Increase the rate of fire.
Yes, sir. Befehle. Yes, sir.
Oh, disgusting.
Sir.
You love to see it.
Linieninfanterie.
Right, run up, try and stop them from reaching our cannon. You guys, oh, not that way, you bonkers. Right, fire this way. Alright, there's not much I can do. If you hit someone, they've made their bed. Yes, well done, men. You charged diagonally. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. The diagonal charge. Can't beat it, can you? Right, you guys take up that cannon.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under
I
attack!
will set that risk for now. Just going to hope that they're too far range to do any actual damage. Militia units getting wounded. Let's try and take out the general now. Over here. Finish back to canister. Fire behind them. Let's try and get as much of this unit as possible. Nice. Ooh, they're going back to rescue their cat. And we got the general. Lovely. That's unusual. We actually got the general early. It doesn't normally happen. Great, yeah, great. Now just run back. You took care of that king unit really quick, so yeah, just pull back. Right, yeah, finish off this unit as much as you can. Actually, I tell you what, leave it to be. Yeah, you keep firing on this unit. Barrage. Whoa, what happened here?
Linieninfanterie. Bereit.
I think we're going to have to charge. Aren't we? And get... Oh yeah, sent our cavalry to run down this unit. Right, now let's go over here. Yeah, we're going to have to use our melee advantage to help here. Right, go hit that unit in the rear. That's a whole unit of Fusiliers, so these guys... Yeah, they're going to get shot to pieces. There's no point trying to shoot it, try and win in a game of, well, trying to outshoot them basically. There's no point. They'll win that.
Artillerie zu Befehl.
Come on.
Befehl. Yes, sir.
But it's been reloading for days. Come on.
Yes, sir. Artillerie zu Befehl. Batterie zu Befehl.
There we go. Whoever designed canister was a sick man. He was a psychopath. But nonetheless, it works. Take quite a few losses here. This army is getting more and more tired, but we are taking actual elite units out here. And and I say elite, I'm describing their Fusiliers of line as elite on purpose. I consider them pretty elite. So, taking out more of these and leaving just militia to do the
Our
fighting.
men are running, sir.
Hey? Swans. Oh, doesn't matter. Made them flee now. Alright, don't let them all escape. Keep running them down. You guys stop firing. I know what you do. You'll kill our own men. Let's run them down too. Just shame on these guys running when the enemy's running. I don't mind you being cowardly, it's just that it's right in my face. It's like, you know. Right, excellent, they're off too. We're not going to catch them. Let's try and run down some more infantry and then we'll call it a day.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Doesn't matter, we've won the battle. It doesn't matter now. Let's send a cavalry unit to go run down. Not them. Yeah. Any of these guys. Or them. Why not? We managed to kill the general. It's quite a creepy picture, though, if you think about it. It's like a skull. I miss those messages that used to appear down the side like that. That was a staple of the games from Rome till probably this game, I think. I think it disappeared about the time of Shogun 2 and Rome 2. Rome 2, it certainly disappeared. And you had a advisor tell you. I can't remember. To be honest, it's not a lie. I barely ever played Shogun 2. I know that's controversial. I barely ever played Shogun 2. In fact, I never played it. I dipped my toes into it. Never completed a campaign. It's not that it wasn't for me. It's just I never got into it. Alright, so we managed to intercept that army. That's fantastic. Free kill, basically. Right, now let's keep our fingers and toes crossed and hope that Russia plays it cool. And if Prussia could just take out Bavaria, I'd actually be happy, because then we can march through there for now. But at the moment, they seem quite content to not do that. Like, they've got all these men. I don't know what they're trying to do with them. Guard that bridge from no one. I just feel it. I feel like Russia's going to declare war on us. I don't know why. I just feel like they're going to do it. Oh, it's going to be tense. Oh, I just know it. I feel like this is... It would be a good time to do it because we have no men on the east. Oh, that's it. They're done. Excellent. Okay, fine. Fine. All right. Happy days. I've seen my protectorates do well, like Italy. It's like watching my children go up and become successful. It really is. They've gone quite strong. Oh, Prussia. You're going to lose another town to the Bavaria. They need to just move that army they have in Hessen. Or no, Stuttgart, isn't it? They need to move that army into Bavaria and just finish the war. Said the armchair general. Right, so there's another government building built. This one's nearly done. We're building all our roads. Yeah, the empire itself is pretty well developed. I'll upgrade this opera house here. I'm still quite loath to upgrade our industry buildings, not for any other reason but the fact that even with our maxed out repression, public order is still teetering on the edge here for working classes. I'm not doing a revolution. I'm going to stick with Emperor Franz Joseph. No, France. Emperor Franz. So that's the one limit I'm setting on myself. I'm trying to keep it historical. I want to keep... I like the fact... Even just the fact that we have a historical portrait for our king. I think that's cool enough for us to keep him. So... Otherwise, we'll just get a automated portrait. Although, having said that, this game, Napoleon Total War, has the best general portraits of the entire series. I Will Die on That Hill. As of 2024. These are great. Okay. I haven't exactly picked, a model there, but these like oil painting pictures are a huge improvement on Empire, and I actually prefer them to 3D models of later games. If I'm being totally brutally honest. Like Prussia, you better sally forth to take out that army, otherwise you're going to be really, really embarrassed. Yeah, this army just needs to... They should have moved on to Bavaria 2 turns ago. They're missing their chance here. They really are. Okay. How's this army doing?
Eure Befehle, Majestät?
Not great, not terrible. But I think we can actually march on this town now
Wird fortgesetzt.
and take it, because we can reinforce. This one's going to take out that army there at Troy on the way, and position itself there. I don't think the French will attack. Napoleon's back yet again. But apart from Paris, I think most of their reinforcements... Oh, no. Turns out they're mostly... God, they're mostly good armies. How are they doing this? Where are they getting them? They're getting line infantry in Blooming Khan. Where? Where are they getting them? Where are you guys coming from? I don't want to say that they're getting them spawned out of nowhere. I'm not sure. I don't want to assume that the game is making these units out of thin air for next challenge. Okay, that's a 6th regiment, so that's existed for a long time. Fine. Okay, fine. Well, that is the way it goes. If we take Reims and can replenish here, because we've got quite good farmland here. That's not going to get built because we're besieging the town, so we'll have to ignore that. Does it have good roads? No. Okay, this won't have the best replenishment, but something's better than nothing. So I'm going to take the town now. I actually might try and demand surrender. Yeah, perfect. I'll take that. Fine. I don't care about that 15-man cavalry cannon unit. Peacefully occupy. Repair the building. Red. Red. Okay. I will try and upgrade the roads while we're in this place. Yeah. That's good. Maybe we can try and sabotage that army. Yes! Reduces their movement range, apparently. What we might need to do is just get some garrison units in Strasbourg. 2 line and a cavalry unit. I think lancers will be better. Will be enough to keep like these sorts of armies out, I think. I'm going to attack this army here, take out this stuff here, and then we're going to march it next to the city. Might attack this army and just take out that cannon. Why not? Again, Brussels still kind of safe from France? Yep, good. So Brussels is in a war. That's good. Does Brussels like us? Very friendly. Oh, we like that. We like it when our allies like us. We do like that indeed. Right, so let's...
Yes, sir.
I don't care if they raid these buildings. I really don't care. It's fine. So... I'm going to attack this army here first. Finish these guys off. Charles Sanxay. Oh. He's the same general from last time, isn't he? I guess we didn't get him. And we've now deprived them of a recruitment zone. I'm going to put all these guys in the middle here. Like that. And now they only have Paris and Marseille to recruit from. You know, actual decent troops. And the only place they can recruit cannons is Paris. Now we need to remobilise, remuster, and throw all our weight now at taking out Paris. Marseille is a little too out the way, I think. Weird little crash there. Marseille is just too far out of the way to make it a priority target and send men down there. But taking out Paris will cripple France. No doubt about that. And that leaves Reims. So if we're playing on normal difficulty, maybe even hard, but certainly normal difficulty, I just think to myself, we'll just conquer. You know, I think we can take the diplomatic penalty for occupying regions. In this game, I don't want to go up against all the major nations solo on very hard difficulty, and we will be if we just try and occupy the world, I think. So yeah, I want to avoid that, and I think we need to play the long game here, gift our regions to protectorates where possible. Should be using these barrages, shouldn't we? There we are. Yes. Get that militia unit down. That Fusiliers unit's nearly down. I think I'll turn on these guys now. Great. They're nearly off. I'll check 40 of our men out. Shame. Yeah. There we go. Took some more of them out as well. I don't think we need to worry about them coming back anymore. Certainly not now. Right, let's speed things up a little bit. Okay, now all of you round shot that cavalry unit. Hey, we got the guy. Yeah, I'm not even going to form a square. I'm quite confident we'll just take him out. He says. No, maybe that wasn't the best decision. Yeah, we lost a lot of men now. Oh well, you live and learn. Well, I live, but I don't learn. Right, charge forward, yeah. Good, now that guy's off. Let's run it down. Yeah, let's go run that. Oh, whoa, 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 stop. I think now is the time when we do need to run down units where possible because, yeah, we need to stop them from having reserves. Okay, excellent. Troy farmland is now firmly under the control of the Austrians. Hooray. Oh, yes, we have an agent here. Let's try and do some sabotage. Yes! My boy. So, that's put a pause on this recruitment here. I got a few units, 4 units of line. Not too bad. Yeah, we can deal with that. Here, still no recruitment in Paris. You like that? So they're just recruiting militia now, I'm hoping. Unless the game is playing some tomfoolery with us. Checking Reims. So it's not going to be any men coming from here. I think if we upgrade, repair this, that should help our replenishment rate, actually. And now I'm going to ignore... Oh, is that our agent? It is. Oh yeah, that's right. We just sabotaged that army, didn't we? I'm not going to try and upgrade this building. No point, because they will raid it, and then we'll waste the money. But we do have 9,000 left. Is there... Well, okay, we're doing that fine. Trying to see if there's any building that we can do that won't threaten our public order. Let's have it. To be honest, that still nets out. What's quite good about this game is if you build something, it puts some predicted stuff in there. I think that's a fantastic feature. These steam power factories double the income you get from them. Let's try one here. We have some militia here who give a town watch bonus. Right, another turn here will give Colmac quite a lot of men back. Well, to be going... Yeah, Brussels is not the one. It needs to be here in Holland. Who knows? If we upgrade, like I say, if we repair the barracks in Reims, that might really help the replenishment rate here. Ooh. Yeah, we've really caught up now that we bought all that technology from Italy, I think, a while ago. I might try the steam engine for abolition of slavery, actually. Yes! That is fantastic, because abolition of slavery gives us +1 happiness to the lower classes. Still yellow. I abolish slavery, and still they hate me. What more can I do? What do you want me to do? Make everyday Christmas? Jeez. Alright, they've got their drill school now. So I'm not too... this army is good. It's a very good army. That army's good. And that army's good. We'll need all 3 armies, or maybe even 4, to march on Paris, no doubt. But if we take Paris, that's then going to be really, really, really knocked off. Total expansion minus 28. Yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be. We're still pretty good, I think. Look, they have no government building in there. I don't mind. That's fine. I like my protectorate strong. And Prussia hasn't declared war on them, so we can consider that a great win. Okay, we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think about 7 mob units in there. I think that should hold that off, no problem. So I'm not going to worry about these guys. These guys will all within range of each other. It's no more building or anything to do. Oh yeah, we can move our navies. Here. Who come that way? And that's that, I believe. Naval recruitment. I keep forgetting these guys. Oh, why not? Let's get a 38 gun frigate. Why not get some small? Small ships are good. They were historically. They were fantastic for getting around bigger ships. They were much more manoeuvrable, certainly in the shallower seas of like the Caribbean. And we're upgrading our dry dockyard. We've only got 1. But we're upgrading our dockyard to be able to make an extra ship per turn, which will be extremely handy. Oh, this is tempting. They have sent that army over here out on its own. It might be quite an idea to take that out on its own. Look at all these men they've just sent to Paris. Rightly or wrongly, they have consolidated all around their capital. Can you imagine we take that out? How much more crippled they'll be. Then we just, hang on to it, look after it for them. And go get Bourbon France / Brittany into the fold. Give it to them. Because if I were to occupy France, all of Europe's going to see us as a Napoleon II and just declare war on us. So we need to do this smart. But if we take Paris and give that to someone, that's them crippled. They won't have anywhere near the recruitment or income capability to wage a significant war against all of Europe. And I'd like to get Innsbruck back. So I might at some point... Oh! Bavaria's taken Hessen. Prussia, get a grip. That's all I can say. Yeah, not surprised there. They lost that battle. Oh, you love to see it. Right. Archduke Charles has been pushed back by tactical... Because Bavaria now has taken Hessen and we don't have military access, our army got kicked out and it got kicked out to the nearest area, which turned out to be Alsace. So that's very handy for us. So we can move them up to join with one of these armies. Not this turn, though. I'll put him in the town for now. Let's assume he's still overall commander of this. He's directing things from afar, even if he's not right on the front line right now. He's like the Eisenhower or the Foch of this campaign. He oversees it. I always play it in this game. It's a personal thing. Their skill, like these stars, is almost like their rank. Whoever's got the highest stars has the highest rank, and they all take their orders from the highest rank. And right now, that is Carl. It's a little thing I do in my little head. Right, so let's get another ship sent out. Put you on the ivory chain. Let's get another 74 gun built. I'm going to upgrade some of these farms. I think that abolition of slavery has bought us a bit of wiggle room for some farms. So I'm going to do that. I these farms worth it? Farms? Mines? I'm not sure. This one might be. Oh, I'm going to go for it. Why not? Right, this army's getting built up again. This army's at full strength. This army is at full strength. This army is not. This army kind of nearby. But this is a tempting target. If we take that out... Junot! He was a marshal. I think he fought in the Peninsular War. Jeez, look how... Just look. Just look. Look. At how many men they still have. How have they got all these guys?
Euer Lordschaft?
Shouldn't be possible. 23rd. Okay, that's telling me that a lot of these are quite old school regiments, actually. So maybe they're not new. They might have recruited these a long time ago, and now they're mustering every single man that they've recruited since the dawn of this campaign to join the fray. It could be that. So winning a battle, say, against this army here. But then again, you've got to think, it could be a bait. If we move down here, attacked it, and even if we won, then we're just going to get ganked by all these guys. If we wait a few more turns, we could just go straight for the heart. The heart, Osborne! And go right for Paris. Paris is there. It's there. If we get this, we'll get a... Taking Reims has been fantastic, because now... they haven't prepared their cantonment as well. Oh! Oh, man. Still managed to recruit somehow, but there you are. But I'm hoping they can't... That's going to put a stalling on their recruitment for a while. So they actually aren't getting any new good quality units, only militias. Maybe one more turn of replenishment. Do we just go in now? No, this army here is a pain. That could take Reims. I'm not going to fall for this bait. I think I know what Napoleon is doing. He sent that this way for us to send someone to go that way to take it out, and then he marches on with overwhelming force. We're not going to fall for that. We're too smart for that. We will instead wait one more turn for replenishment. They're at full strength as it is. They're not getting any more men. So we get some more replenishment and then try and move on Paris. As many as we can. They want to send that army east. I say, look, Paris is a fair trade for Alsace. I'll take that. Look how much money they make from Paris, compared to what Alsace is worth. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? So, right, I think I've got to wind down this episode now, guys. But I hope you enjoyed that one. A few battles there. Not much has changed strategically, other than the fact that we now occupy Reims. But Paris is right there. Napoleon will be ready to defend. They're throwing every available man to defend it. It's not going to be given up easily, but I think we best consider our best option as being strike at Paris, seeing if we can take that. And if Reims falls to this army, I'm talking next turn, I'm not going to do it this turn, but say next turn, we do that, this army moves in, takes Reims. This army might just be strong enough to move south and retake it. And then we'll own Paris and Reims, and their military might will be really, really crippled. Get me this artillery. How will I get it? 16th. All right, 16th Regiment. Where they're getting all these guns from, I do not know. No, certainly not from Paris. But if we take Paris, they're not going to get any more. Yeah, I'm not seeing... No, there's no ordnance factory here. So, yeah, okay, fine. All right. So, anyway... That's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It looks like at the same time Bucharest is probably going to fall to the Russians now. So I think the Russian steamroller is preparing a march against our eastern border. Not much we can do about that right now. But, and at the same time, Bavaria has fallen to... Hesse Castle has fallen to the Bavarians. Prussia will need to counterattack there, but they're being reinforced. They really need to march this army under Clausewitz onto Bavaria. They need to just win that battle, end this war. They won't do it. They could do it right now. Hanover to Hessen, Stuttgart to Munich, and they could win this war, but they won't do it. Anyway, join me next time, guys, when we muster everything on most likely a bold gambit onto the heart of France itself. So don't miss any of it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.